I've got a good fly for you today. This fly is called the tequeely bug. If you like to bass fish like I do, this one, this one is the trigger that makes them bass jump like crazy. I like to bass fish, especially with a fly rod. This bug right here is tequeely bug. It's a good all-around bug for just about anything. I like it. So let's get started with the brown string. This is a bead head. Uh, Start off with your yellow marabou for the tail. Kind of a thick tail with the yellow. It's got a mixture of yellow and black to it. Measure it out to about the hook shank length. About where I want it. So I got a smaller piece in here. So I'm going to try to incorporate it. I'm going to put it about right there. Take my thread back. I'm going to pinch wrap this. That way it stays on top. And it just makes it a little easier to wrap that and put it in there nice and snug. Now I'm going to take a little bit of black. I'm just going to pull some fibers off. I'm going to bring them together and I'm going to put it right on top of the tail. It gives it a little two-tone tail with the black. Couple pinch wraps, get it on there. I'm going to put my finger on the side of the hook shank to wrap this and give it a body for when I put my chenille on. I'll leave a little bit of room right behind the bead head there. I'll take my heavy duty scissors here if I can get them. Just clip the rest of that off. Now I'm going to go back and wrap this and give it a uniform body, more even, real nice looking. Let's see, we got a stray piece there. Let me clip that off. I'm going to take my, it is root beer, opal scent, flash marabou, or not marabou, I'm sorry, chenille here. Give me a nice piece, about that long. This you can't really strip off the top of it there, so it's not as fat as the chenille is. So I'm going to tie that in, just a few little wraps there. I'm going to wrap that behind there. And I'm going to take these yellow caterpillar legs, or not really caterpillar legs, just some yellow legs. They're actually chartreuse. They're not yellow, but they didn't have yellow legs. These ones have a little bit of flash in them, which I really don't like. I haven't really tested it this way. So I'm gonna take one of these legs. I'm gonna cut it into fours just by bending it over itself and cutting at the middle of the loop. That way I got some legs that aren't too long, but they're long enough. Well, what you want to do is get your string at a nice point to put your first set of legs. Some tequeely bugs have two sets of legs on each side. or well, they have 2 sets of legs, but there's 2 sets of legs in each set. So there'd be 2 here and 2 here, 2 here, 2 here. So there's 2 on top of each other. I'm not going to do that. That looks just goofy to me. So I'm going to do this. What I did was took the legs up under the string and instead of trying to sit there with them and mess with them like that, just do a couple of wraps over them. I'm going to take my leg here, go up and over to the other side of the shank, hook shank with the leg. Kind of even them out. Since they're so short, you want to even them out a little bit. Make sure they're good and even on there. Tighten it down. When you tighten it down, it brings the legs out. That's where they look like their legs. Take your other leg, throw that on there, and even it up a little bit. Tighten it down, make your legs stand out. Not too tight, you don't want them pointing way out. I'm going to scoot that up there a little bit. Bring your string up. Now what I like to do is take all your legs, move them up forward, like so. And I like to tie them down. Not too tight, you want to be able to untie them, of course. And just get them all rounded up. That way I can start my my flash here. And just take your flash, peel it back. Gives it a nice fluffy body if you pull this flash back. Now I'm going to go right up to the legs with this. And then every time I move forward, I just pull back a couple of these legs. Pull back to this flash chenille. Pull back the next couple of legs, hold them back. Pull back the chenille at the same time. And just really try to keep that fluffiness in there. Really makes the body more uniform, more fluffy looking, more fat and juicy to them fish. Big bass like big plump bugs. So make it nice and plump. Get your legs out. Pull your marabou back, or your chenille back. And then just unwrap your last 2 legs. And just finish wrapping your chenille all the way up to the top here. Get your last little wrap in there. Need a couple little wraps in there, it'll be fine. I'm not going to bother with cutting off that excess. You really can't see it anyway. Got the perfect amount. It's kind of good. Just 3 or 4 little wraps there. I can get this. There we go. Slap that down. Tighten this up a bit. Trim that off. Straighten up your legs a bit. Make them centered out here. There you have it. Tequeely bug. Easy bug to do. If you want to, you can even out your legs. Kind of spread them out a little bit. Make them look more like legs instead of strings hanging off. Just even them up a little bit. You can pull them all up to the front. Pull them all up like this and then clip them that way. Make sure they're all straight, but I got a pretty good eye seeing how they look straight, and that is a tequeely bug. Now you can use root beer or you can use brown. It's supposed to be like a rusty kind of color of a chenille, flash chenille, but I don't have that color, and they didn't have that color when I went to go get the chenille, so that's what I got to use, and hopefully it'll work. I'm gonna go try it out. Have a good day.